Hey guys, welcome back to another part. In the last one, we talked about rendering using Movie Render Queue, and in this one, we're going to talk about color grading using a free software called DaVinci Resolve. Technically, DaVinci Resolve is not free, it has a paid version as well, but the free version already offers you 80% of the features that the paid version has. So we can color grade using the free version features. Therefore, we're using this software in particular. So we'll be importing our render files into DaVinci Resolve, and we're going to do some basic color adjustments within the software itself. But before we do that, we're going to have to download DaVinci first. So on Google, let's find DaVinci Resolve, and we'll have this link over here, and just click on free download now. Select Windows or whatever platform you're using. For me, we are using Windows, so let's just fill in your details and you can register and download from there. Once you've downloaded, you'll be given a zip file and you can install the program through the zip file. So once you have done that, you will open your DaVinci Resolve 18.6 and just click on New Project, and let's name this Abandoned Church. Now this is where we will edit. Most of the stuff that we're going to be doing is in edit and in color. So let's go into edit first, and then let's click on this project settings over here. We want to change some timer resolution because we rendered our animation in 4K, and in DaVinci Resolve the maximum resolution that you can go is 3840 by 2160, which is almost a 4K resolution, and it's already good enough. So we're going to be choosing this, and let's choose our timer frame rate to 24. Let's save, and then let's import our animation. So to import our animation, click on File, Import, and Media. Right here, locate to the folder that you have rendered out and select everything and click Open, and you'll receive this one file. This is already an animated sequence. If you scrub through it, you'll see the animation playing nicely for you. So here, what I want to do is I want to cut each shot into their own clip. So let's find where the camera cut happens. So you can scrub with your arrow key, just like in Unreal Engine as well. So to cut this, select this clip and then hit Control and B. Now let's scrub through this again and right around there. I'm gonna cut again and right around here. Cut again. Let's double check. Nice. And then right around here. I'm gonna cut again. Now as you can see, the light that we made as a spawnable only spawns after one frame. So what we can do is select this and hold Control Shift, and there's a button right beside P, which is a square bracket. That's what we're going to press, and now it's going to start wherever our selection timeline is. So there's no transition in between anymore. And I think this looks good already. By the way, as you might notice, I went back in to add a little bit more details into our building, which you can do by your own, because just experimentation, it's going to help you learn a lot. So if you want, you can go back in your project and change up the lighting setup completely and render this out and create an animation out of it as well. You can even change the cameras and animations as well and make a complete new animation. So to edit our colors, we're going to go into Color tab over here. So these are the node system in DaVinci Resolve color grading. we're just going to use the basic corrector node. I think we're going to be using just two. One is for color correction and one is for a bloom effect. So first of all, what I want to do is I will select this one and I'm going to change some color correction under here. So in temperature, I want to pull this towards a little warmer side, just a bit. And I want to tint this to purple a little like that. And I want to boost our contrast a bit as well. Now in here, mid and detail, we can increase the sharpness of our details over here. If you make, you can also make it really soft like this, like painterly look as well. But I want to increase the sharpness just a tad. Now I want to go to HDR mode over here, and then I want to tint our shadow towards the blue a little. So just click on the slider over here and put this towards the blue side, just a bit like so. Now to see the difference between before and after, you select this node and hit Ctrl and D to see before and after. And I think it looks quite good now. So let's go back into our color wheels. Here, what I want to do is I want to drop down our gamma a little bit. So use this wheel and drop it down. It might be a little too much. Like that. And then we'll lift the sequence a little bit. You can also use your mouse wheel to change these in value. And I think that is good enough. And we can improve our overall gain just a touch like this. And we can also offset this. So we can pull this down just a little bit like this. And I think this looks quite good. So if you select this and Control D, you'll see before and after. I think this looks pretty good already. So I want another corrector node. So right click, add node and corrector, and let's plug this in over here like this. So we can also label this by right clicking and node label. I'll change this to color correct, and this one we're going to name it bloom. So here, as for bloom, you want to go to the right. So now if you don't see this, you have to click on effects over here and click on this search bar, and we're going to search for glow. This is what we're going to add. So drag and drop onto this node over here. Now we have some glow effects, but I want to increase the threshold like this, maybe spread it out a little, and then we're going to reduce the gain just a bit, but we will still have that bloom right there. So to full screen, Control and F, and we can play and see how it looks. I think this looks quite alright. Maybe it might be a little too blue right now, so we're gonna bring it back to a little more yellow. I think this looks quite alright. Now to make our eyes a little bit more focused on the center, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our final corrector over here, just like this, and then let's put a vignette effect over here. Now this is too much right now, so we can change the size a little bit like this, and we can change our softness, and we can also change the color, not the color, the shape of the vignette, and we can change how much we want to blend this in. So we just want a little bit like this, maybe like around there should be fine. So let's call this vignette. So I think we have done a good job color grading the first sequence. We want to color grade for all three of these. So to do this, you select this one, Control C around here, and you select everything over here and hit Control V. So right now everything will be copy pasted the same color grade, and I think it is looking quite good. What I want to do here is we have some different stuff over here that we can manipulate. If you want, you can try out different things, different settings, and see if you actually like it. If you want to make a backup, you can just create a new corrector node and then see how it looks. If you don't like it, just delete it. And this is pretty much how it's done. So the last one, I do like the more yellow look, but to fit in with the others, I want to make sure that the yellows don't exist as much. So let's go into our last slide and then select color correct, and then go into our RGB mixer, and we have red, green, and blue output over here. What we can do is drop down the red a little like this, and we can change how the tinting works. And in blue, we're going to boost up the blue a little bit over there, and then we're going to go back to our color wheels, and then we're going to drop down our gain a little bit like this. Looks quite good. And to match this is fine, this is also fine, but here we have a lot of orange again. So I want to drop down a little bit of red in here, drop this down to balance this out. For blue output, that go back to color wheel and maybe change this a little bit more towards the blue side, just like this. If you think that these ones have a lot of highlights, you can drop down the highlights over here as well. We have lights, we can drop down the exposure of the light over here, but I kind of want to increase this a little bit. So I think this is done. So let me show you how this looks right now. I think this is looking quite good. So in the next part, I'll talk about our how to export this through DaVinci. So I'll see you in the next one.